Levi, a former sharpshooter in the United States Army, appears early in the film. But now he's left the army. A mysterious woman calls and tells him, "I have a special mission for you. You must guard a tower on the border between the United States and Russia for 1 year. In return, you will receive a large sum of money. This is a secret mission." Levi agrees. On the other hand, in Russia, we meet a girl called Dresa. She is also a sharpshooter who kills people for money. She pays a visit to her father, who works in a graveyard and is seriously ill. Her father tells her, "I can't take the pain anymore. I have decided to end my life on February 14th. No matter where you are, please look up at the sky and say goodbye to me." Dresa becomes extremely emotional after hearing this. We now see Levi again. A helicopter drops him off for the mission. From there, he must walk 24 kilometers. After 2 days of walking, he arrives at the tower, where he meets another soldier, JD, who says, "I've been here for a year. You are the first human I've seen in all this time," he says, delighted to see Levi. JD explains that there are 2 towers, one on the United States side and one on the Russian side. Between them is a deep valley that is always foggy. JD instructs Levi, "Always keep your machine gun loaded. Inspect all equipment and antennas. If something breaks, you have to fix it. Also, if you hear a siren, hurry to the top of this tower." Levi then inquires, "Why so much security? What is hidden here?" JD tosses a bomb into the valley. Following the explosion, they hear terrifying sounds coming from within. This implies that dangerous creatures live in that valley, creatures that neither Russia nor the United States wishes to confront. JD prepares to leave after giving everyone the necessary instructions. A helicopter arrives, accompanied by a soldier who pulls JD up with a rope and requests his identification. When the soldier confirms that JD is the guard from the previous year, he pushes him into the valley where the scary creatures live. This demonstrates that once someone accepts this responsibility, they will never be able to return to their normal life. Levi has now started his job. He takes care of everything and sends out a monthly report via radio. However, he quickly becomes bored with the same routine. Levi, looking through his binoculars, notices a girl in the Russian tower. This is Dresa. She, like him, is a sharpshooter, but they work for different countries. Levi and Dresa are unable to communicate due to strict rules. A month passes. On Dresa's birthday, she deliberately fires a bullet to get Levi's attention. Then she writes on a large board, "What's your name?" Levi looks through his binoculars and writes on a large piece of paper, "We are not allowed to contact each other." Dresa says, "It's my birthday today. I can do whatever I want." Following that, they began writing messages to each other in this manner and gradually became friends. Both realize they are excellent sharpshooters. One day, Dresa notices some strange creatures climbing out of the gorge. She begins shooting them. Levi also begins shooting the creatures. One creature approaches Dresa's tower, but Levi shoots it down. After killing all the creatures, Dresa writes, "This is the best birthday I've ever had." The following morning, Levi goes down to repair some equipment. They throw all of the broken things into the gorge. Another month passes. Levi and Dresa are now great friends. It is now December and the weather is extremely cold. Dresa creates an ice statue of Levi. Levi also creates a statue, picturing it as Dresa. A few more months pass and the date arrives, February 14th. Dresa is sad today because she knows her father has most likely died. She writes to Levi, "Today is one of the most difficult days of my life. I wish I had someone close to me." Levi resolves to cross the gorge and meet her no matter what. He sends a strong cable across to the other side. Dresa ties the cable to a sturdy tree. Levi uses it to slide across. For the first time, they meet face to face. Both are extremely happy. That night, they have dinner together and talk about everything in their lives. Then they dance. They now like each other. After spending the night together, Levi begins to return to his tower the next morning. However, while hanging from the cable, he comes into contact with a hanging bomb. The bomb detonates, the cable snaps, and Levi falls into the gorge. To save him, Dresa dons a parachute, grabs her weapons, and jumps into the gorge. She falls into the water. The gorge is filled with yellow fog. She notices Levi hanging upside down from a tree. Just then, a creature attacks Levi, but he shoots it. He falls from the tree. Strange bones emerge from the tree and attempt to kill him, but Dracer arrives just in time and saves him. Then, more strange creatures arrive on what appear to be horses and attack. Levi and Dracer, however, fight bravely because they are expert sharpshooters. They now understand that they must escape the gorge at all costs. As they move forward, the yellow fog turns purple. The darker the fog, the more dangerous the location becomes. They discover an old colony built by Oppenheimer while he was working on the atomic bomb. But they don't know what happened here. As they continue, they come across a lab built in 1946. They find a cassette tape and play it. A researcher's voice explains, "We were conducting experiments on human DNA here. However, the research went wrong. As a result, everything here now has the same DNA. This means that trees can grow from humans and plants can have human-like muscles. Everything in this area is made of merged DNA." Levi sees some advanced computers that clearly do not belong in 1946. He investigates and discovers that some secret research is being conducted here, to create super soldiers by upgrading human DNA. The person responsible is the same mysterious woman who hired Levi and Dracer. All of this research is conducted using drones because humans cannot survive in this infected zone. Levi and Dracer are hired because only humans can service the guns, antennas, and equipment. Previously, the soldier named JD warned, "If you hear a siren from below, run as fast as you can." That's because there's a massive missile hidden in the gorge. If it explodes, it will destroy everything within a 2.5-kilometer radius. A siren will sound just before the explosion. The US and Russian governments are both unaware of this secret location. The mysterious lady is carrying out this mission in secret. Now that Levi and Dracer understand the truth, they must flee. As they attempt to move forward, some creatures appear and place their bags in front of them. These bags contain their bullets. Dracer needs them, so she slowly approaches the bag. But before she can grab it, a creature drags her deeper into the gorge. This is the red zone, and the danger is even greater. The creature examines Dracer's DNA. It is not a normal creature, it is the first soldier stationed in the tower. He became infected and changed completely. He now has a combination of human and plant DNA. Dracer fights back. The creature also attempts to kill her. But just in time, Levi arrives and shoots the creature, killing it and rescuing Dracer. Following this, they discover even more shocking information. During World War II, this area was used to produce bioweapons. However, following a powerful earthquake, all of the bioweapons leaked, causing the entire environment to become dangerously contaminated. Levi and Dracer want to get out of the gorge at any cost. In front of them is a massive tree, but it's not your typical tree. It has different organs like a human because everything in this place has the same DNA. This means that trees contain human DNA and humans contain plant DNA. They proceed cautiously, but Dracer unexpectedly steps on one of the tree's organs. The entire tree becomes active and starts attacking them. To put an end to the tree, Levi burns it down. They eventually come across a jeep. They both sit in it and drive off quickly. They reach the purple zone where their journey began. They locate the hanging wire that leads back to the surface. Levi ties the jeep to the wire and the wire begins to pull it upward. However, some dangerous creatures climb onto the jeep and attempt to kill them. Levi cleverly opens the fuel tank and ignites the creatures, destroying them all. Finally, both Levi and Dracer emerge from the gorge. When they get out, they decide not to stay at the tower any longer. But first, Levi wants to go back to his tower and blow it up. He also intends to use the missile in the gorge to permanently destroy all of the creatures. Dracer claims she knows a secret location where no one will ever find them. Levi agrees and returns to the tower. But the mysterious lady who hired him learns about his plan. She contacts Levi via radio and inquires, "Did you go down into the gorge? Our computers were activated." Levi responds, "No." She says, "If not you, someone from the other tower must have collapsed. You must eliminate them." Levi replies, "Okay." Instead of obeying her commands, Levi activates all of the bombs in his tower and connects them to the missile underground. Meanwhile, the lady discovers a photo of Levi and Dracer together and realizes they've teamed up to escape. So the next morning, she arrives in a helicopter accompanied by soldiers. But Levi has already departed. She launches drones to pursue him. Levi runs and avoids the attacks. The drones fire at him, but he keeps moving. Dresa, on the other hand, is shown waiting for Levi from a distance. Levi gets to the tower that connects to the missile system. If this tower is destroyed, the missile will explode, reducing everything to ashes. He takes his most significant shot. The objective is perfect. The tower explodes, causing the missile blast. The mysterious lady and all of her soldiers die. All of the creatures in the gorge are destroyed. But Levi is still inside the blast radius, and his leg is badly injured, so he can't run. So he jumps into a waterfall to escape. Dresa waits for Levi, but he does not return. She hides in a cave for 5 days because if she becomes infected from the gorge, symptoms will appear in 5 days. After 5 days, she is still healthy. So she leaves to begin a new life. She starts working as a waitress at a local restaurant. One day, Levi walks in, alive. He couldn't arrive earlier due to his injury. Dresa becomes overjoyed to see him. They embrace each other, finally reunited. And that's how the film ends. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like the video.